Guys, I want to show you something real quick. Here's my cabbage. I have some summer cabbage coming up, and some more over there as well. And then we have this. This is a passion fruit vine. Passion fruit. It grows here wild in the Ozarks. And a couple years ago, when I first got out here, I first built this railing right here out of cedar wood that we harvested on the land. And I found a couple of the passion fruit vines, which we have growing down the mountain. And I brought the roots up because you dig them up by the root. Okay, it's very hard to grow these by seed. It's just very, very hard and very difficult. And it could even take up to a year to see if it even works. If it does, it may not even work at all. So growing these by seed is very hard. And so what I did is I dug up some roots. They say if you want to propagate these, dig the roots up. And so I did that with a number of plants. I dug them up and I planted the roots around the post of this cedar railing right here. And one came up last year, sort of, over at that post right there. And it just kind of didn't really do much. And I thought maybe it was over. And then we had this year this. And so it's pretty far away from the railing, at least a good, 4 feet from the railing. And it popped up. Now these things are invasive. If they get to where, they're going to grow somewhere, and there's a couple of them, see? You can see there's a couple of them there. There's 3 of them. And basically there's an elongated root underneath there. And it pops up along the root. And so once you get these somewhere, it's going to be hard to get rid of them. But the good news is, from what I've seen, they only grow a few every year per the root. And that root will last about 3 to 5 years and it dies. And then the roots that it's put off, the plants that it's put off, will sprout. And so it's never going to take over your entire garden, from what I understand. But it will. It's hard to control. Once it's there, it's hard to get rid of. But it's not going to be something that's just going to cover everything at a certain amount of time, at least from what I've heard so far. But it's in my cabbage. I'm like, it's growing next to my cabbage plant. I think I'm going to leave it here. I think I'm going to, wherever they pop up, I'm going to try to utilize that area. I don't know if you've ever had a passion fruit or not, but they are delicious. Very high source in vitamin C, good source in vitamin C. The leaves are great for making into a tea if you have insomnia, or if you are a very light sleeper and you want to have a good night's sleep. These leaves are great to rip off and then just boil them, put them into a tea, and then drink that tea and flavor it with honey or whatever you want to flavor it with. And then drink that, and it's a very good sleep aid. So I'm gonna leave it here. It's not exactly where I want it to grow. Maybe there'll be another 1 or 2 that pop up somewhere. I'm not sure. But of all the roots I planted along this railing, this is the only one so far that looks like it's going to do well. I didn't have this early growth on the one I planted, or the one that popped up last year on that railing over there. So this one looks like it's very healthy. It's going to produce some vines. I may put sort of a little trellis here with a piece of cattle panel to let it crawl up on. But I think we're going to have some fruit, some passion fruit, in the garden this year. I've been trying for 3 years now to get this little guy to come up. And finally, he didn't grow up where I wanted him to, right on the railing there. He grew up right here. But I planted the roots right over there, about 4 foot away, or over there. And now it's finally popped up over here. So we're going to have to go and see. We'll just wait and see what it does. But I think we're going to have passion fruit in the garden, which is a plus. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, passion fruit in the garden. Here it is, finally. We'll see what it does. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the thumbs up button below the video. It really means a lot to us. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Now you can support An American Homestead by becoming a patron. Visit patreon.com/AnAmericanHomestead to see all the benefits of becoming a patron of our channel. You'll get access to private videos, pictures, and even live question and answer sessions that you can participate in. Some patrons will even receive free gifts throughout the year from the Homestead. Visit patreon.com/AnAmericanHomestead to check it out and see the rewards of supporting our channel.